these panelists have to share what they have gone through. So without taking more of your time, I'll just request Kashiff to share his experiences, his challenges, and his thoughts on building leaders. How is it personal for him?
Good evening, everybody. It's a good honor to have come here and speak a little about what we have achieved or what creating entrepreneurs is all about. Creating the right leader and the challenges that an entrepreneur faces when he starts out. I think what I could tell about from my experience would be when you start as an entrepreneur, you are involved in every decision. And this is a challenge which I'm facing right now, so I would want to mention it and share it with you. Right from picking up a matchstick to setting up the entire capex of a unit which you're getting into. What happens in that kind of process, you start involving yourself and delegation takes a back seat. Let me tell you, delegation in a growth is the most important thing, where you start delegating, trusting with your subordinates, with your team. But because when I started, we were like about 3 or 4 member team, and everything, as I said, buying a mastic, I used to be a part of it. Buying a bottle of water, we would be a part of it. But when we started growing, the numbers started growing, the team started growing, we faced this challenge. I faced personally the challenge to start delegating it. So if any of my subordinate would be like taking any decision to pick up a mic or a phone or any kind of stuff for our unit, for our expansion, for our organization, it would bother me. It would really kind of, oh, is it the right decision or is he doing the right thing? So I think I would request every entrepreneur sitting out here, don't let that affect you as it would जो मुझे affect हुआ है. वो बिल्कुल आपको किसी को affect होना ही नहीं चाहिए, because if you don't start believing in your team and start to give them the trust and the faith to start taking decisions, no matter if they fail, if they falter with the wrong decision, you need to stand by it and help them get it right, because at the end of the day, when you start going to the next level, the right decision makers will be the decisions coming in from your team. So I think delegation is one key factor where in the growth process of an entrepreneur is needed, and I think one should embrace that openly, start believing in his team, start giving all the right mix of faith and trust with his subordinates. That's what we, for instance, is what I would like to share with you. Thanks.
It's interesting.
Kashiff, I've seen him growing various verticals across lifestyle and health and so many other verticals, fashion and all. So, and maybe through the panel. So how do actually entrepreneurs, I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs do not know about that skill, about that business, but they have that vision to actually take it forward. They've got that something, desire to take it forward. And meanwhile, how do you learn those skills? Is there something within us to do that? Because everyone comes from different fields and backgrounds, but we still do different businesses. So how does that happen? Is there something different that helps between, or there's something which the entrepreneurs should do or learn from people like you?
See, entrepreneurship is like an institution. What I understand is like when you start your journey, you start learning from your own experiences, from your own decisions. You falter, you take a wrong decision, then you learn from it. What has happened with us is like when we started with one segment of a category of an industry. And as when we started growing there or we started working there, then it started coming on to us as a natural mode. Like when we were into a business, we got into the sister concern business of that. And when we started getting into the sister concern business of that, then the second one followed. It was a natural process as far as we were concerned. And because when we started getting into these different kind of businesses, different kind of categories, we basically created the back end, the structure, where when you have created a central kitchen, you can churn a lot of flavors, That's what exactly happened with us. But now being an entrepreneur, what I would suggest is, or what I would say is, when we start our journey, it's always a hard skill thing. An institution where you learn every day, it's a learning for you. When you come, you'll think this will happen for me this way, but it doesn't. It happens the next way and completely opposite. You have a lot of your pressures to pay your salaries, to pay your rents, to pay your expenses, to also at the same time get into how you start doing expansion, how to get in a capital. So whenever, till today, for me, every day is a learning experience. I come and I face a challenge every day, and that what teaches us, and that's the reason we are here to share our experiences with you. Coming back to your question was basically if you're saying if there is any thought process involved, no. We were there and somebody told us to do this way, do this business, and we started getting into that. So for us, it felt gradually, it came to us from step by step, and we started building up industries, brands, and what we are looking at as now as we have created a backend, a structure, a presence all over India and to the Middle East now, we're looking to capture more and more categories of brands. So an institution, being an entrepreneur, a drive, definitely a dream, definitely an ambition. If you're not greedy, then this is not a test. You need to be a little greedy as well. I think we all are a little greedy, and that's the driving force in you. And I think that should keep up, that should keep going. And as you rightly said, don't even think if you would want to get into entrepreneurship, you want to get into business, start getting into it. If you don't jump into the water, how would you know that you'll be able to swim it around? So guys, happy entrepreneurship. Thanks.
One last.
That question is yourself. You can ask yourself the same thing in the mirror. What is your capacity? You need to be truthful to yourself.
What if you should scared?
You are, that is the reason. You need to be answering to yourself, you know. I think every day when an entrepreneur goes to work, he's always at risk. Risk at capital, risk at borrowed funds, risk at money, risk at payments to do. So the definition and the line, the limit, the Lakshman Rekha for that is your own self. You need to define what is your capacity, how much you can take it, and what is the deadline that you will cut it off. So the truth is the best thing out here, and entrepreneurship is all about that thing, very big thing, this matter.
Wonderfully put, Kashiff. Thank you so much.